Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well and staying safe out there. In today's video, we're talking about Social Security payments, and more specifically, why some people are receiving up to $5,018 this week, while others are being denied their checks altogether because the government mistakenly thinks they're dead. Yes, you heard that right. This week is a big one. A major Social Security payment is being distributed today to certain beneficiaries. So we're going to break down who qualifies, how much you could be getting, and when your payment date is scheduled. We'll also talk about a shocking report from CNN revealing how some living people are being listed as deceased, and having their Social Security benefits frozen, Medicare coverage canceled, and even their credit cards shut off. Alright, let's get into it. So this story starts with an eye-opening report by CNN, published just recently. Earlier this year, Elon Musk, through a new division he chairs focused on government efficiency, initiated a deep dive audit into multiple federal agencies, including the Social Security Administration. And what they found was downright bizarre. The system contained records of hundreds of individuals born over 200, 250, and even 300 years ago who were still marked as alive in the SSI database. At first glance, this sounded like potential fraud, possibly a scam where someone was collecting benefits under a fake or deceased identity. But as they dug deeper, it turned out to be something far more complicated. Many of these weren't scammers at all, they were actual living, breathing citizens. But due to data entry mistakes, missing records, or outdated systems, some people had extremely inaccurate information tied to their accounts. The real problem? In trying to correct the records, the Social Security Administration accidentally marked some of these people as deceased. And that triggered an automatic termination of benefits, not just Social Security checks, but also Medicare coverage, pension payments, and more. That's right, real people were suddenly declared dead by the government. And they had to jump through hoops to prove otherwise. One particularly disturbing example is the story of John Reed III, a 73-year-old retired postal worker from Georgia. His story was featured prominently by CNN. John was going about his usual morning routine when he received a letter from his Medicare drug plan. The message? "We're sorry for your loss." Confused, he opened another envelope from the Social Security Administration, a letter addressed to his next of kin, informing them of his official death and discontinuation of benefits. And then, just days later, American Express sent a message to his estate, offering condolences and canceling his account. Can you imagine that? You're alive, but the government and your creditors are handling your affairs like you've passed away. John's response? Panic, obviously. He immediately went to his local SSA field office, only to be told that he'd need to prove his identity multiple times over. He ended up making 3 round trips, each over 30 miles, to the SSA office, bringing everything from his driver's license and passport to his birth certificate, Social Security card, and even military records. He visited his bank 4 times. And he spent over 15 hours on the phone with Social Security, the IRS, Medicare, and even his utility providers, who had started sending final notices. Even after going through all of that, he was told it could take weeks or months for the system to process his resuscitation. Meanwhile, John was without any income. His $3,200 monthly Social Security check was frozen, along with his pension and health insurance coverage. As a result, he racked up late fees on rent, maxed out his credit cards, and had to dip into his emergency savings just to cover groceries and prescriptions. To this day, he's still waiting on over $6,500 in missed payments, money he's rightfully owed. What did the SSA offer in return? 1 year of free credit monitoring. Let that sink in. You might be thinking, okay, this is one crazy story, but how common is this really? According to official SSA records, over 12,000 people are mistakenly declared dead every year. That's over 30 people per day. And once it happens, the burden of proof is on you to fix it. There's no automatic reversal, no emergency hotline, and often no warning before your benefits are cut off. Imagine what this means for people who rely on Social Security as their only source of income, especially seniors, those with disabilities, or low-income retirees who can't just wait a few weeks. It's not just a clerical error. It's a life-altering disruption that affects housing, food, medical care, and basic dignity. So if you've had issues with missing checks, frozen accounts, or unexplained denials of benefits, let me know in the comments below. You're not alone, and the system clearly needs major reform. Now let's shift gears and talk about the good news, the Social Security checks that are going out this week. If you were born between the 1st and 10th of any month and are receiving Social Security retirement, survivor, or spousal benefits, your May 2025 payment should be deposited today. The maximum payment you could receive is $5,018, but let's break that down. The average Social Security check in 2025 is around $1,900 to $2,000. If you retired at full retirement age, 67, and earned above-average wages, you might receive around $3,822 per month. If you delayed benefits until age 70, that maxes out at $5,018. But if you filed early, at age 62, your benefit could be as low as $2,831 per month. So while not everyone gets the $5,018 amount, thousands of Americans do, and if you qualify, this is the week your check hits. Calendar: here are the other key dates for May 2025. May 21st, for beneficiaries born between the 11th and 20th. May 28th, for those born 21st through 31st. May 30th, Friday, SSI recipients will receive June's payment early, since June 1st falls on a weekend. So make sure to mark your calendar and check your account for pending deposits. Quick tip: if you've ever had a delay in your Social Security payments, make sure you're enrolled in direct deposit through your mysocialsecurity.gov account. Paper checks are far more likely to be delayed, misrouted, or even stolen from mailboxes. With direct deposit, you get your funds faster and more securely, typically by 9 a.m. on your payment date. Also, it's worth checking your SSA profile information at least once a year. Incorrect birth dates, missing addresses, or outdated banking info can all trigger a delay, or worse, the dreaded deceased status. So that's where we are today. Some people are receiving life-changing checks up to $5,018 this week. Others, through no fault of their own, are being cut off from their benefits, healthcare, and retirement income, simply because of government glitches and outdated systems. If this video helped you out,